Imam, Deen, Mohammed. Assalamu alaikum. With that, we have the book signing. Ira Abdul Malik, he's going to come up and give a brief introduction, and he's going to introduce the other people that's involved in it. So, would you please come up, Brother Ira?
Assalamu alaikum. I would first like to give thanks to Allah for this opportunity. I would like to give thanks to the Mosque cares, Brother Wallace Muhammad, for this opportunity. And I would like to give thanks to Allah for you all coming out, being here today. Giants upon my shoulders, a journey that began thousands of miles from here. How many of you remember the Ali Foreman fight? Okay. Now, do you remember in the first round of that fight what the commentator, I think it was Howard Cosell, said about Ali using the right hand? Okay, I'll enlighten you. What he said was, how he using so many right hands? Why didn't he with the right hand so much? Okay, all right. So that use of the right hand was actually the foundation of this book, Giants Upon My Shoulders. Because we have with us here Brother Ali Muhammad, who was sparring partner to George Foreman at that fight in the Congo. He was George Foreman's sparring partner. And he had his way with George. He had his way with George. So he understood George's secret. Matter of fact, he hit George so hard one time, he knocked his headgear off. So, you know, they weren't moving for that. They set him down. Said, you can't box George anymore. So he was basically out of a job in Africa. He was out of a job in Africa. But he had an interest. He had come to know the Africans in the Congo, and come from a Christian background, and being that the Congo was basically Islamic, Muslims, he was curious. He was curious. So he wanted to go talk to Ali, being Ali was a Muslim, about Islam. Well, there's only one thing on Ali's mind at this time, and that was, what did you do to George? What did you do to George? So, without any further ado, I want to bring Mr. Ali Muhammad up. He would like to address you with a few words. And remember, Ali has been a boxer a long, long time. Okay? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali Muhammad. I'm known as Frank Steele, Maine of Steele. I'm an ex-professional boxer. My boxing record is that I was 4-time Chicago Golden Glove heavyweight champion. 1 time, 5 times National Golden Glove winner, run-up heavyweight champion. And I trained and boxed with Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, and Joe Frazier. 1 I knocked off in training. 1 I was fired from boxing with in training. 1 I was stopped from going into the ring in training. This is my book, Giant Ain't on My Shoulder, the untold story behind the greatly upset in boxing history. I'm asking y'all brothers and sisters to buy my book. It's tell about my life and my boxing career, and why and how I came believing in the true religion as Islam in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I went over there for the Muhammad Ali and George Foreman heavyweight championship fight. I was a sparring partner for George Foreman. After the fight, I returned back here to America. I joined the Nation of Islam and received my ex under the leadership of Elijah Muhammad, 1974. 1975, the under Elijah Muhammad deceased. A day before Saving Day, his son, Imam Muhammad, stepped up as the new leader of the Nation of Islam. He made the first maiden speak in Philadelphia. There were over 25,000 people there, and I was one of those 25,000. His subject was, spread out, we make the world. As he made that speech, I returned back to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the call of Allah. I stayed 3 years over there. I trained amateur and professional boxing. I wrote a letter to Tipper #2 in Chicago under the leadership of Imam Deputy Mohammed. I asked the leadership to send me the Blair's newspaper. 3 weeks later, a big stack of Blair's newspaper was sent to me every week for 1 year to the capital city of Kinshasa. In 1978, I returned back here to America. 11 years later, 1989, I returned back to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the call of Allah. I stayed 3 months. I received my citizenship paper from the Islamic Council of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Now I am ready to return back to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the call of Allah. Me, Shi'ai Rama, a Muslim brother from the Congo. I want to open up my boxing, my Deen boxing, my Ali Muhammad International Boxing Club in the capital city of Kinshasa. I want to, because I'm a member of the United States Amateur Boxing Corporation out of Boxing Coast. I want to train boxing there, work with the Federation of Boxing, the government put on boxing events, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo and other countries acting, and hold a boxing tournament in the capital city of Kinshasa. Population 8 to 9 million people live in that city. The boxers that win the boxing tournament will come here to America, train at the Gary Police Power Athletic D Boxing Club, where I coach boxing at in Gary, Indiana, and put on boxing events in different cities in America and all over the world. I want to hold that boxing tournament once a year there in the capital city of Kinshasa, because I want to invest in all farming in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, all over the country, Africa, here in America, all over the world. For me to do that, I will invest in all of our rich natural resources, industrial diamond, jewel diamond, gold, copper, copper, uranium, all of the natural resources in the Democratic Republic of the Congo that are worth estimated $300 billion over the next 25 years. This is the earth richest and the beautiful country in the world. There's a great future opportunity there for us African American Muslims and all business. I will ship that natural resource to my Ali Muhammad International Enterprise Corporation that I got on paper from the federal government here that I could invest in all business in America. Stop that resource on my land in Tulsa County, Mississippi. All the proceeds from that resource will go to the Mosque here to be used for us to use to fulfill Imam Deputy Muhammad's vision to be a new action. So I'm asking y'all brothers and sisters to buy my book, Joint on My Shoulder, The Untold Story Behind the Great Upset in Boxing History. All the proceeds from my book, I will use it to return back to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the call of Allah. That's the nomination.
So I would now like to introduce to you the author of Giants Upon My Shoulders, Mr. Ben Clement.
Thank you. It is indeed an honor, and I really appreciate being before you here this afternoon. It was definitely a labor of love to write the autobiography of this gentleman here. His story is a lesson in life. As a young child, he only had one dream, one ambition, and that was to be heavyweight champion of the world. And as you follow his story, it's a faithful journey as he endeavors to improve his boxing talent, to hone it, if you will, to prepare himself to be heavyweight champion. But it's not only a faithful journey, it's a journey of faith, as he also learns that he's seeking out the Islamic faith. And at the end of the book, you'll see how he completes that journey, which brings him here today, and his new dream, which is to help rebuild a nation. And that's what it's all about. I hope you will read this book, because there's a lesson in this book for everybody. I learned it as I was writing it. And that lesson is each and every one of us has value. Each and every one of us has a purpose in this life. And hence the title, Giants on My Shoulders. This man brushed history. He became part of history by preparing the greatest boxers ever, by training with them. For without him, Ali wouldn't have become as great as he became, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ernie Shavers, none of the rest, without his labors. So keep that in mind. when you walk by a janitor in the hallway